What is container technology? Containers are software packaging applications that isolate only those components that are needed for its operation. Containers encapsulate software service, application, all of its dependencies, and a minimal amount of runtime application that it needs to perform its function. Virtual machine requires its kernel of full-sized OS. However, containers share an operating system kernel. This means that each container requires only a few essential components of OS to run. Docker is the most popular container management tool and runs on Mac, Windows, and Linux. However, since running Docker requires administrator privileges, general users cannot use Docker at the UNIX supercomputer. Here, let's use Docker Desktop for Windows installed on Windows from PowerShell. Both Windows version and Mac version can be installed by running the installer. Installation on Linux is not mentioned here. After installing Docker Desktop, start PowerShell and run docker run hello world to connect to the internet and download the hello world image. After downloading the hello world image, the command set for the hello world image will be executed. In this case, the command to display the text that introduces Docker is executed. Execute Docker image ls to see a list of Docker images downloaded to your PC. Here you can see that only one image was downloaded. Execute Docker container ls-o to see a list of containers launched from the Docker image. Here you can see one container has been started from the hello world image. Try executing docker run hello world again. This time, the image has already been downloaded, so the message was displayed immediately. Now, if you run docker container ls-o again, you'll see two lines of containers. Singularity is also one of the container software. It was introduced in the UNIX supercomputer because it can be executed with general user privileges. Also, Singularity can convert images created by Docker to the Singularity format. Therefore, you can use a large number of images created by Docker. Singularity is available for Mac and Linux, but it doesn't work on Windows. Since Singularity cannot install on Windows, I described the commands for installing Singularity on Ubuntu 20.04 on WSL2. You should be able to install the Singularity on Ubuntu 20.04 by executing these 20 lines of commands listed here in sequence. You don't need to install Singularity because it can be used in the UNIX supercomputer. However, if you are interested, please install it. Finally, let's use Singularity at the UNIX supercomputer. There are many subcommands in Singularity, but here we will use the pull command to download the image file from the internet, and the exec command to execute the command in the image. First, log into the UNIX supercomputer. Create a Singularity test directory for testing the Singularity and move to it. If you check the version of Singularity, you can see that it is 3.5.2. Executing Singularity Ubuntu will download the Ubuntu's latest SI file from the internet. In the Docker case, the downloaded image was not visible to the user without using the docker image ls command. However, you can see the image as a single file in Singularity. Next, check the OS version of Ubuntu's latest .sif image with the Singularity exec command. As you can see, the OS installed on Ubuntu's latest SIF is Ubuntu 18.10. Next, execute cat//os release on the UNIX supercomputer. You can see that this is CentOS Linux 7. The results were different between the container and the host.